Hi, everybody. This is Joe with DomainAcademy.com, and today I want to welcome back for the first Friday with AI of the new year in 2026. Today I'm going to dive a little bit deeper into a recent tweet from Darpan, his CEO at Adam.com, where they released some keyword information. And what I did last week was analyze some of this information and show you how to set up an expireddomains.net search using AI. And this week, what I'm going to do is take that a little further. We're going to see if we can find any hand reg or underpriced names that are available for sale using these keywords that Adam said were the best selling keywords for the most money over 2025. This is how I set it up last week. I'll put a link in the description for last week's video that shows you how to set up the plain text copy and paste from these words from a picture into expireddomains.net and how to set that search up. But for today, what I did was I told it that I wanted to make a list of possible hand reg names using these top selling keywords. And I also asked it if each keyword was better as a prepend or append, so coming before or after, and gave it some examples of that. I will put the prompt that I used inside the video description as well, so you can copy and paste that in. And what I did was ask it to come up with ideas for me to be able to hand reg names. I started out with a list of 500 that didn't work. So then what I did was I asked it to expand that up to 1,999, and I'll show you why I picked that number in a minute. But it came back with top 711 names, and we split, or 710 it looks like, and we split that up into two lists. So what I did was one was main, just regular keywords, and the other one was a brandable keyword list. And so we ran them through. There are a decent amount of duplicates in both, and it came up with an idea of possible names to register. And I asked it to spit it out to me in a TXT file. You could do it in several different ways. I'm going to grab one of these TXT files and walk you through that process real quick. So here's the list of brandable names. I just did a control select all copy, and now I am going to go to GoDaddy.com, and you can get to the bulk domain name lookup just by clicking on the domains drop down and going here bulk domain name search, and I'm going to paste these in here. I asked for 19,999 because you can only do up to 2,000 names at a time. The AI model that I used, Perplexity, said that going beyond that would result in lower tier names, so it didn't want to give me a bunch of junk, which I appreciate. And you can see some of these names: luxury watches, luxury getaways, luxury retreats, interiors. These are good names. We're going to do a quick search. You can see it's pretty quick. They've done some work on this recently over the last couple months, and it really works a lot better. So many of them are taken, as we would expect. There's 165 that are total that are available out of that main list of 710. And we can split this up into different categories with these filters on top. New registration, one of them is available, worksbrand.com for hand reg. That's not great. I'm going to take a look at the auction name. Aura Wealth is available right now with a current bid of $1. So that might be one to watch and to look into. I did check to see if Aura Wealth was used in commerce, and it looks like it has been used in commerce. I ran a research snapshot to get some more information, and it came back with a lot more information to help me decide if I wanted to buy it or not. It looks like there's no other Aura Wealth domain names for sale right now that are listed. We can look at TLDs. These are the ones that are taken. Click this real quick and it'll show you if they're being used. A couple of them actually are being used, and I checked to see if there's any startups available. And it looks like there aren't any that are using that, but you can go look at just Aura and see if there's any that match Wealth. So it might be like Aura Capital Advisors or financial planning or things like that. That might be good companies to look at and see if this name is being used in that vertical or not. And you can scroll down, you can see a lot more information here. We go over this in other videos. You can see that there's one actual company that is using Aura Wealth right now. You can take a look at that. You can see the automated appraisal system here. One other thing that I think might be interesting is the Adam appraisal. We just took those names from Adam. Let's take a look at the Adam appraisal tool, and we'll throw it in there. 7.7 is a pretty good score on domains. It tells you why and what they think it's worth. 9,000. You can see the scoring here. You can see other ones that are registered, which we just showed you, specific to Adam insights. So what they're selling for root words with Aura and root words with Wealth. So it does look like a good combination as far as they're concerned. wealth competition analysis, and here's some recent sales. Wealth Ledger, Wealthy Fox, Wealthable, AIM Wealth, Wealth Weekend. So it looks like brandable wise, this is a decent name that it picked out. It is selling pretty cheaply at $1, so I might spend $1 on that and take a risk. You can also look at the available names here, and you can see that these are priced as premium names, so they're available for sale, but they're priced as premium. One Vibe, Pay, that's funny, Vibe AI, that's a great name, right? So these are good names. Agent AI is a perfect name, right? What we want to look for are good names that are potentially underpriced here. So you could take a look at some of these lower price names as you're scrolling through and see if there are any that catch your eye that are underpriced, right? Labs 5, probably not a great name. Labs Aura, same thing. So these aren't great deals. You want to look for something that's underpriced that you might be able to buy for $2,000 or $3,000 and list for 5 figures and get sold. So these are some good ways to discover new names that are available using AI. I hope you enjoyed this Friday with AI. As always, if there's something that you'd like us to feature or you have any questions, please leave a comment, and don't forget to share with your friends if you found this interesting. Check us out on domainacademy.com.